Peanut brittle.
How long have you been afraid of peanut brittle?
I just found out right now as I saw some and it scared me.
So what is peanut brittle?
It's brittle peanut.
Well, aren't they all?
I don't know.
Would you
I don't
describe
I don't just assume everyone's the same.
well, would you describe like when you get whole peanuts like at the ball game or whatever,
Did you say whole peanuts?
would you describe those as brittle?
I would describe them as delicious.
Well, sure. Except when you get sometimes, the thing when you're eating those, it's like every like seventh one has a weird kind of like bitter, you know what I mean? Kind of taste to it.
I mean, I've only had the one, but I'll have to try 6 more.
You've eaten one peanut in your life?
Yes.
Well, we know you're not deathly allergic then.
Well, I peed on my nuts and then I
I hate when that happens.
yeah, that was not good.
I hate when that happens every morning and night and midday.
And when I'm sleeping.
Mostly when I'm sleeping. Hey, speaking of sleeping, did you know that you made us go live and that now people theoretically can hear and see us?
No, I didn't. No.
Well, now you do because I just said it to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Red light means
Yeah,
go.
look, there's people saying things over there.
Why? What are they heckling me?
I hopefully.
Oh.
Hopefully.
He.
Mm-hmm.
He over there. Who doesn't like a little pea on their nuts?
Me.
You don't like a little pea on your nuts? You like a lot of
Correct.
nuts?
Yeah, that's the only way. You got to dunk them wholesale.
You can unfortunately see you both. What does that mean? Wait, no. From their perspective, it makes sense. I don't know. How are you today, Stoop?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I broke my glasses and I'm wearing the backup pair of glasses, which were already like kind of shitty, and that's why there's a backup pair. And I'm just looking through kind of like the scratches and mess and shit that's on the lenses that I just like can't get off of there.
Why did you break your glasses?
It's a good question.
Were you mad about communism or something?
Yeah.
Like, can't see it anymore.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Mad about woke.
Yeah. Saw too much woke going on, so you decided to blind yourself.
That's right. I went blind to own the libs. And now I'm not because I have to do this, so I have to see a little. And
no, you found vision now in the libs.
Yeah, but it sucks because like I said, I'm just looking through like speckly shit, and it's unfortunate.
You should go see the eye doctor.
You're right.
If you're seeing speckly shit, you should hurry up.
Well, the one that I was seeing forever retired, and I don't think I've been back there since, so I don't know what's going to happen. Probably find a different eye doctor or something. I don't know. Was that the only guy in the world who knows about my eyes?
How can you find an eye doctor if you can't see?
That's a great question. How do I do anything? It's by smell.
That's true. I can smell my eye doctor.
I'm like Agent Smith in the Matrix.
He's like, read that top line for me. Like, I can't. I can only smell the top line for you.
It's the smell. Best line in that movie. Best line in that series. I never saw the new one. Did you see the new one?
No.
Did you like the old one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see the new one either.
Yeah.
Apparently, I wasn't missing much, but I kind of expected that because what do you like? That worked because it was 1999. As soon as trailers came out for that, whenever that was a few years ago now, I was like, well, this isn't gonna work anymore because we live in the future now. So this is silly.
Yeah,
it was cool then.
We're here now, and it's not how it was supposed to be.
Just waiting for the Sentinels to take over. It won't be long.
Yeah.
At least those guys, the guys who wrote The Matrix, at least they didn't fall into the sci-fi trap of like naming what year it was explicitly, did they?
I don't think so.
See, they should all sci-fi writers should learn from that. Don't say a year, because eventually that year is going to come and then everyone's going to be like, well, you're fucking stupid. Like, didn't that happen with Back to the Future?
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway,
I took the purple pill, so I have no idea what's going on.
that wasn't one of the options.
Oh, well, whatever. Somebody at a bar gave it to me.
All right. Purple.
Now I'm hanging out.
Purple's probably like cholesterol medication. Anyway, how about you, buddy? How are you feeling?
Feels so good. I have my cholesterol in balance now.
Nice. That makes one of us.
I'm tired. I was off Friday and Monday because I was supposed to be on vacation, but we didn't go on vacation. And then I just slept a lot, and then I had to go back to work today. And I was like, "Oh, I'm tired now. I don't want to."
How could you be tired if you slept a lot?
Well, because I had to wake up when I didn't want to wake up again.
Oh, yeah. I never want to wake up.
Yeah, same. Sleeping's cool. What if we could just do that forever?
It's the best. The best part about being alive is that part of the day when you're asleep and you get to feel like you're dead for a little while.
It really is. It's so fun.
Speaking of which, I might need to share some of that cholesterol medication with you. Doctors have told me my blood is like the consistency of milk. I don't think that's good.
Yummy.
But I'm not a doctor, so
you should dip your Oreos in your blood.
Someone's out there doing that. Someone's out there doing that.
They said it's like milk.
Someone's out there doing that.
I sure hope so. That would make me so happy. If you're out there, please just
email us a video of you
dipping your Oreos in your
Oreos in your own blood. Yes.
All sports.
And we'll know if it's not yours.
We will know. It's got to be your blood.
Yeah, better yet, email us a video of you severing your carotid artery.
Yeah.
theallsportscene@gmail.com.
Yep. Please do. Well, Stoop, what the hell are we doing?
All right. It's been so long. I mean, no, it hasn't. It's very regular. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, days and thems, this is Talking Out Our Ass, the only bi-weekly talk show that you're watching right now. Every 2 weeks, allegedly, your host, the very handsome Sam Reeves, alongside your Shirley Stoop kid, we get on here and we blab, as you know, as you've heard, as you've seen. Sorry, not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. That was reflexive. That was just a Canadian reflex, which is also probably the name of a sex move. Whenever we do this, it's an interview. It's an interview show at the end of the day. Think of it like your regular late night talk show, but with an extended interview with one guest. And we tell that guest when they sign up to do this that, hey, we're not going to do any preparation or work. You have to do that. You come prepared with a topic that you want to talk about. And then the listener, the viewer, gets to watch the two hosts here struggle to formulate an interview on the spot. That's what's going to happen. And you probably know that already. And if you don't know that, now you do. Pretty sure there's a song goes something like that. What's the next word, Sam?
Banana.
Okay. Almost had him. So yeah, the next thing that happens typically now is that we bring on a guest. Do you have one?
Yeah, that's why we're doing the show. That's usually how that works.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been, I don't even remember.
Well, that's why I said usually. I don't fucking know. Yeah, we booked a very D-list guest. We really dove down in the barrel for this bullshit.
Fucking get out of the comments, you idiot.
We will be welcoming, what did my notes say here? Our friend Al's financier. I think that's what I got here. And he's a big Cats fan. And his name is Tom Brennan. Welcome, Tom. Kevin Brennan. Sorry, Kevin Brennan. Welcome to the show, Kevin.
You had me worried that my Uncle Tom was coming on the podcast.
Surprise!
Yeah.
Bring out Tom.
You know, when that came out, when the Castellanos thing hit, I was like, wow. I heard the audio first because I hadn't really heard of Tom Brennan much, but I saw the video and then I saw the name. I was like, God damn it, that is close enough to where that hurts us.
Maybe
Like,
that was his reason for doing that. He's like,
That
people
hurts.
haven't heard of me enough. I should say something crazy.
Yeah,
That's gotta be
hurts.
like close to 10 years ago now, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that, right?
Mm.
Castellanos has been in the league for
A while, yes.
He started with anybody?
Tiger.
Anybody?
Yeah, he was a tiger.
Yeah, and he wasn't that good.
He
Not as a
had
tiger.
very good seasons with the Tigers.
I feel like he slugged, but that's all he had. He didn't. He was he was a bad fielder.
Did he start at
he was
third
not-
base too?
Third base, yeah, he was not a very good third baseman. He
I don't remember him ever like hitting for average or any
No,
other.
definitely not
he
an average
just
hitter.
had slug.
He was a slugger, and he was a bit of a fan splitter. A lot of people liked him, and then some people really, really did not like him. I, for a while, was pro Nick Castellanos.
Oh, it was only 5 years ago.
Yeah,
I thought it was COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2020. Yeah, wow.
He joined the league like 10-ish years ago, because I think it was him and who was that other guy who everybody was like, he's the next Miggy, and then he sucked.
Me.
He was on the White Sox for a while. Avisail Garcia.
Oh yeah, I was yeah.
Like, he came up and they were like, oh my God, we found the next Miggy. Like, this is it. This is great.
He still could be.
Right.
You know,
And
maybe he would have
will
been if he had
down.
come up with a different organization.
Yeah, and then he was like so mid that like everybody was so frustrated and he was dealt immediately.
Hey, he was an all-star with the White Sox. That's all.
That's true. He was an all-star with the White Sox, one of many like players from the early to mid 2010s Tigers that had more success elsewhere.
Hell yeah. Like Justin Verlander.
Yep, and Max Scherzer and Rick Porcello and David Price and Doug Fister and
Man, that team should have won a World Series.
Yep, JD Martinez and not Prince Fielder. It was the end for Prince Fielder.
Oh, Castellanos was only on the Cubs that part of 2019.
Half season, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then I wanted the
I don't
White
know why I
Sox
thought
to
it was
get him,
more
and
than
they
that.
still haven't.
Well, they will. Don't worry, Sam. If you wanted them to 5 years ago, they will in 5 years.
Yeah, they will.
I do want Nick Castellanos and Javi Baez to be on the same team. I feel like that'd be really funny.
Yeah, I would love that.
Like-
I'm a huge Javi Baez fan. Always have been.
I love Javi Baez. One of my favorite baseball moments ever was a garbage game at the rate with my dad. Both, Tigers and White Sox had been eliminated. I think this was 3 years ago or something, or 2 years ago. Anyways, they were booing Javi all night. And I think it was in like the 7th inning or something. He hit probably the hardest hit baseball I think I've ever seen live. And he pimped the shit out of it.
I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
It took him like 2 minutes to get around the base path. And I remember just standing up and going, fuck yeah. And some guy behind me was like, sit down. I was like, screw you. This is my baseball team. Shut up. We're both eliminated. We both suck. Let me just enjoy this.
Count on White Sox fans to always be rational and measured.
Right. I'm just like, dude, shut up. You guys we're worse than you. So it was. And then he sucked. And then he was the worst player in baseball for a whole year. And now
But he had something you couldn't see in the stats.
Yeah. And then
by the way, don't look now, but pretty much the of the White Sox and Tigers, which one is better at baseball flipped right at the same time as the play-by-play announcer went from the White Sox to the Tigers. I'm not suggesting anything; it's just an observation.
Look, I think it was a sign of something, a microcosm of larger organizational issues. If they're willing to let a voice of that caliber go to a division rival, what else are they willing to give up?
Are we still talking about Brennan here?
Yeah, but a play-by-play guy that does other stuff, he's not really worth anything. This guy they got now is much better. Anyway, should we do?
No, I will. One more note about Tom Brennan.
Yes, always.
is that him saying that he was saying that about the city of Kansas City,
Mhm.
Yes.
saying
Yeah.
that is the gay capital of America.
That's not what he
Insane.
said. He said it's the.
Yes, but that's the city
Insane.
you're going
Insane.
with.
Yeah, that's it. That is insane.
That is batshit insane.
Right, everyone knows it's Toledo,
It's
Ohio.
like
Everyone knows it's wherever Sam is. Anyway, should we do a podcast? Or
Yeah,
something?
we can. Kevin, what's this show gonna be about?
I look all day today. I have been waffling, like
You've been making waffles?
like a continental breakfast.
Nice.
I
As
was
long
like,
as they're not blue.
I was like, look, oh no, you can't unlock that vault. That's really unfortunate. I was like, I could just come on here and start talking about Detroit sports, and I could essentially reiterate my PowerPoint from that PowerPoint party of the worst moments, most traumatic moments in Detroit sports, which I have to revise that PowerPoint now because that 15-inning game is now on there. It's been a bad weekend for my sports teams as well. We got absolutely railroaded by the referees on Sunday, and then the Bears won. So it's been a really bad week, couple days in this house. But I thought I may I would dip into other special interests of mine that I don't usually talk about when I am with you fine gentlemen, because Lord knows if I ever am featured on a Thursday, or even when I'm not, and I'm just in the background, and when Al is talking, I usually complain about Detroit sports. And so another special interest that you may not know is that I have a degree in history, and I'm an out of work history teacher at the moment. But in my
They don't run out of history.
that's true. It's still going, or so they tell me. Actually, funny enough, there was an article like back in the early 2000s called "The Death of History," where like an academic was like, "History is over," and everybody's like, "Shut up."
That was Sam.
But during one of my U.S. history survey courses, a particular topic I focused on in a lot of my papers was actually the history of conservation and preservation of the American environment. Particularly around the turn of the 20th century. This led me to be quite fascinated with a man by the name of John Muir. Do either of you know who John Muir is?
We're asking the questions here.
Who is John Muir?
Thank you very much. John Muir is a Scottish, or was, may he rest in peace.
Oh, he died, so he's worthless.
and conservation, is that like the camps that Sam wants, or what does that mean?
Concentrate.
I'm sorry, I
Stoop.
couldn't help myself.
Concentrate.
How do you spell Muir? I'm let me guess. MEUER.
No.
All right.
He was born in Scotland. He was a Scottish immigrant. And
so there's probably GH in there.
No, but it's still spelled wrong. It's MUIR.
Muir.
Yeah, a lot of people pronounce it Muir, but it's technically Muir. Because whenever you see a Scottish name, it's not pronounced the way that you think it is. Because
Muir.
Yeah, because they talk wrong. We know. Anyway.
Yeah. And he is essentially, he's dubbed like the grandfather of the national parks, or the father of the national park.
Of the United States?
Of the United States, yeah. And he was a naturalist, which at the time was like a thing. It's not really naturalists anymore because we've destroyed nature. And a naturalist, he like wrote about nature. He like went out and like hiked a bunch, and then like wrote about it, and people read this stuff, and it was really entertaining for a lot of people. And then YouTube was invented, and now all that's gone.
And nothing happened in between.
Nothing happened in between.
Between YouTube being invented and this guy going
Right.
and
Is
find
John Muir? John Muir was in the woods. The Vietnam War happened, and then YouTube.
It's the timeline.
That's the timeline. So he was not super, or he wrote a lot of books. Was essentially an author. And at the time, out in California, if you may recall, California grew like a ton in the 1800s, like boomed.
Particularly like 1849. Yeah.
Right. So 1849, beginning of the gold rush, everybody absolutely loses their shit and wants to move to California to become rich.
To find their shit?
Exactly. None of them make it rich because it was.
Well, somebody does, right?
Oh, a couple of people, like, but it just like nobody, like not your average Joe going out to California to strike it rich does not really become rich.
Yeah, but also like a lot of them, like probably half of them never make it all the way to California.
Right. Many
they get halfway across the country and they're like, this is fine. We'll just live here.
And they get a little Donner party with it, you know, that kind of thing.
It's my kind of party.
And we human beings began to settle in California and in the surrounding areas. If I may I share my screen?
Please do.
Okay, so is your topic this guy?
Yeah,
John Muir.
John Muir specifically.
All right.
But specifically the Hetch Hetchy Valley.
The what?
The Hetch Hetchy Valley. So you guys know Yosemite, right?
No, I only know Yosemite. Hey.
So you guys are aware of Yosemite National Park, the third
I'm
national
aware
park
of it
in our national park system. It's one of the it's one of the most visited national parks in the United States, next to Yellowstone and Grand Canyon. And it is widely regarded as one of the most beautiful landscapes in the United States, right?
and the world probably.
It is genuinely so strikingly beautiful,
next to Gary, Indiana. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Like
A lot of big rocks.
Yes, and to be honest,
big old rocks.
One thing America is, I will say, spoiled in is natural beauty.
Well, yeah, because it spans a fucking continent, so like you better have something to look at in that 3,000 miles or whatever it is.
Right, and so, okay. Side note: I'm clicking share my screen. It says screen sharing is easiest with 2 monitors. Yeah, okay. Screen sharing works best on a good computer.
Damn.
They're like, fuck your computer.
StreamYard said, get your money up, bitch.
Yeah, for real. Choose what to share. I am opening system settings. Oh, God.
Teaching America's youth, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, what is going on? I don't know. I don't think it'll... Why does it keep popping this up? Dude, this is crazy. Allow it. Everything is fine. Oh my God, dude. Yes.
This is good content. Keep going.
This is really good content. What the hell? Allow.
It's because it knows you're talking about a conservationist.
Oh shit, I have to wait, what?
Sam, I don't think we can say that anymore.
Bye, Kevin.
Bye, Kevin. So yeah, about these conservation camps.
I come to camp to conserve things.
Yeah, that's where we save the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they conserved like food.
Yeah.
Breathable air.
Yeah. A lot of people benefited from the saved food and conserved air.
I don't think it adds more air elsewhere.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not a physicist, so I don't know if you did is the air displaced or just like
you're not an aerosist either. Ah! What the hell?
Okay, so apparently, all right, here we go.
You're rolling the TV card in.
This teacher is hungover.
Fuck it, we'll just watch a video.
What up, everyone our age and older?
Nice niche
All right.
reference.
Is it working?
Yes.
Sick.
There it is. Oh, it's a whole PowerPoint. Death by PowerPoint tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
This is the teacherist shit.
Oh, look, it was either this or
like...
I could close this out. We could talk about the 2012 Tigers.
I'd rather not. Also, but I'm just, but you are not the first guest to bring a PowerPoint. So,
the greatest part about this PowerPoint is it was already made.
Also, it matches your shirt.
It's true.
My shirt is gray. Yeah, I guess.
And the background is gray.
Yeah,
it's like a gray, green, gray type situation. So John Muir is a man of many quotes. A man of actually, he's a very good writer.
How do you know this is a quote from him? Just because it says it is?
It's funny you bring that up. Actually, in my classroom, I would have I usually have like a poster of Abraham Lincoln, and it says in quotes next to it, "Don't believe everything you read on the internet just because it has a quote with a picture of it of a guy next to it, Abraham Lincoln." But no, this is
facts.
Yeah, I know, right? Abraham was spitting. But no, this is from one of his writings. I do have a source page at the end if you. But as you can see, John Muir loves nature. This guy can't get enough of nature. He goes out to nature. He's like,
he was jorking it to the sun.
Oh my God, he was.
Well, whomst among us?
That's
honestly
true.
So here he is. First of all, absolutely has got that shit on.
He does have that shit on.
Got that shit. 100%. Born in 1838, moves to Wisconsin at the age of 11. Dies in 1941. Have you heard of this?
That's not the year.
Dyscalculic, perhaps. 1914. Have you heard of the Sierra Club?
Are they the ones that made Sierra Trading Post?
Are they the ones that made Sierra Mist?
They're the ones that sued Sierra Mist to change its name.
I don't think so. I think that was just a lady.
It was a lady.
I think it was just a lady.
It was amazing. A lady.
Which is fucking amazing. Amazing.
I honestly didn't even know that's what happened.
Yeah, that's why. So Sam, that's why Starry is now a beverage.
Yeah, I always wondered
because one just random civilian bought the rights to Sierra Mist because apparently Pepsi never thought to do that.
well, hers is Sierra, I believe it is. She's like an OnlyFans model.
Hell yeah, but she won in court, and that's why they got rid of Sierra Mist, and now they're Starry.
Let's go.
Which is so much worse.
So much worse.
No, I lied. I lied about the Sierra Club being the one who did that. I like lying.
We have the two genders.
The Sierra Club is essentially who the hell wants to move in Wisconsin? Well, in 1849,
who the hell doesn't want to move?
Yeah, first of all. Second of all, you can get real cheap land and that's really good farming land. Which is like what people cared about
now.
Well, now not now.
So Kevin, what the fuck is the Sierra Club? The
Sierra Club is it's essentially like a lobbying group for nature. So essentially, they try to make sure nature isn't destroyed by governments and shit.
They're doing a terrible job.
Yeah, no, real bad job. And they also just raise nature awareness and that kind of stuff.
I'm not aware of nature. I'm not aware that all this nature is going on.
I will say there's surveys taken of kids who grew up in cities and they're like, do you know what a cow looks like? And they're like, what the fuck's a cow?
Yeah, but at the turn of the century, I mean, we're just then transitioning from mostly farmers to people moving to cities and stuff, right?
You start to get these very industrialized towns. But here's Yosemite. Yosemite
rocks.
Big old rocks, gorgeous. It's near Mariposa, California, Northern California. Established, it's the third park established, 1890, real old. And it is one of the most visited. It's the 16th largest national park at about 750,000 acres. So it's pretty big as well.
What is that in inches?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would.
Americans will use anything but the metric system.
You want to get So you're telling me you want to get your inches into that valley?
I sure do.
And so big old glacial valley, right? Glaciers, big slow moving ice carve these beautiful valleys into shape. Here's Hetch Hetchy. Very comparable.
It sounds like a old Western villain's name.
Is this Native American etymology, or what are we doing? What is the word?
But that's a good question. I believe so. I would have to look that up though. That's good.
That looks like a fucking river.
Yes, the rivers are very good, Sam. Rivers are often found in valleys.
Thank you.
Yeah, so there's a river that runs through Hetch Hetchy Valley. And it is just north of Yosemite. And many people, including John Muir, find this valley to be of equal beauty to Yosemite. Right?
Separate but equal.
Exactly.
These two girls are having a mid-off in my opinion.
Just how they used to do it, right? But here's the problem. Now, historically, when mankind wants to live somewhere and establish a city, what he does is he goes, all right, there's land, and some of it's really nice to live in, and some of it sucks. I'm going to go live in like the nice part because there's a river over here, and there's like food and stuff, right? Now, if mankind...
hubris.
Hold on. If mankind lives in harsher environments, they usually adapt. This is Mesa Verde. Mesa Verde is essentially a town carved into a cliff in order to keep people cool. And it's made out of adobe, which is good insulation, and so on and so forth.
It's also a good PDF program.
Yep, was waiting for that.
Sure.
You're welcome.
But however, man's Icarusian hubris has led him to not only live in places that are unsuitable, but refuse to adapt in order to live with the environment. If you need an example, behold, Phoenix.
I love it. It's just behold a skyline.
This city is a testament to man's disrespect to God and nature.
No one should live here.
Nobody should live here.
No one should live here. In fact, that river that you just showed in the previous slide probably has no water in it because this city exists.
Yep.
Now you hold your horses. This city is an abomination. Nobody should live here.
I like Phoenix. We should go there.
More so, you do have a problem because a lot of people are starting to move here. That is the state of California.
Is that a sock? It looks like a sock.
I thought this was in a private folder in my phone.
It's bigger than you expected.
Sharp legs, dog legs sharply to the left.
Yeah, I have Peyronie's.
You know they have pills for that now.
You have Pyrenees?
But the problem with California is it is both a fantastic place to live and a really dumb place to live.
Yes.
So you have places like Fresno in the valley. Oh, beautiful. Great farming land. Great. You get a lot of moisture. You get a lot of temperate climates. San Diego, great place to live. Very actually moderate temperatures. Did you know that San Diego has a lower average temperature than Ann Arbor, Michigan? Isn't that crazy?
Yes, I did know that.
However, you also have really, really terrible places to live. Chief among which
San Jose.
Yes, and Los Angeles, and actually San Francisco. San Francisco is a terrible place to live for the reasons we talked about earlier. There's no real natural source of fresh water. The temperature varies a lot.
Not to mention the fault lines.
Big fault lines.
Whose fault is that?
Yours.
And now the big benefit, obviously, is that it is one of the greatest natural ports designed by God. Also, side note, San Francisco should absolutely be like the Shanghai of America. Like if you ever look at pictures of some of those Chinese port cities, they look exactly like San Francisco, except for they are have giant buildings instead of two flats that cost $5 million.
You can't really build high though on a place that like falls down every.
China falls down every now and then.
Not like San Francisco. I mean, well, that's general because these are different size land masses. But anyway, I heard Tom Brennan lives there now.
Anyways, so the problem with San Francisco is there are two big problems. Number one is it's growing
The gays.
really quickly. Not yet. Number one is it's growing really fast. And because it is growing, it needs anybody?
Infrastructure.
Water.
Bingo. It needs water. Right? Because you
Like a
can't drink
tree.
salt water as much as I've tried. That's true. That's true. The Lord loves San Francisco.
Because the Lord hates Phoenix.
Well, you either love one or love the other. So Mayor James Phelan, who sucks,
Yeah.
is like, hey, what if we just dam Yosemite?
Damn, Yosemite.
And like because it has a river and we could just dam it, and it's a valley. It's like a natural little reservoir there. Let's dam it and fill it up with water and use that fresh water, and it's going to be great. And a lot of people were, there were some people who were excited about that idea because fresh water.
Because they don't live there.
However, Secretary of the Interior Ethan Hitchcock in the early 1900s,
Is he the one who made the birds?
he was like, no, screw you. Too many people like Yosemite because it was just made a national park. And that would be like really bad optics for everybody if we just started this whole national
Flooded
park
it. Yeah.
and then flooded one of them. Like,
Right.
Yeah, everybody would be real pissed about that. And so,
And is this
They
Teddy
gave-
Roosevelt era too?
yeah, here he is.
Yeah,
right?
because he's a big advocate for the national parks. Isn't he?
Right. So you
What
get
a dork.
Speaking of fault lines, San Francisco has a big old earthquake in 1906. So now the
Why?
nation, which is so easily swayed by tragedy, as it is still now today, swings from poor valley to poor dead people in an earthquake. And so James Garfield, anybody recognize the name? He's president.
Was he a cat?
Yes, I recognize his name as one of the presidents.
Does he like lasagna?
John Muir. Secretary of the Interior Garfield is like, all right, fine. You can dam Hetch Hetchy. All right, don't dam Yosemite. You can dam Hetch Hetchy. It's just north. It's a little bit smaller, but you're good.
Yeah, it's much less white over there, so we can
Right.
flood. We can flood that place. Yeah.
And so John Muir is pissed. And so he writes up Teddy Roosevelt, and he's like, hey, Teddy, don't be a dickhead and stop this.
I want to see that letter.
And they go camping together.
Okay.
They go camping together. That's where this picture, it's a pretty famous picture of Teddy Roosevelt and John Muir, is taken. And he's like, Teddy, you got to
Looks
stop
like
this.
Brokeback Mountain to me.
They probably kissed a bunch. And
Yeah,
then,
kindred spirits. Kindred
no, they
spirits.
kissed. They definitely kissed a bunch.
Yeah.
And he was like to Teddy, I know you love nature like I do. Please, please, please stop. And Teddy was like, man, shut your bitch ass up. No, he was like, look, I get what
God
you're
damn
saying.
this bitch. Let's
I
go.
get what you're saying, but you're a preservationist. I'm a conservationist. So this brings up the difference between conservation and preservation.
One gets presents and one gets concerts.
Preservation is John Muir. Don't touch the valley. It is nice the way it is. Stop it. Conservation is we should be able to use nature's resources, but like not like destroy stuff. Right. And so eventually, though, the Sierra Club, as well as others, kill the legislation. And John Muir is 2-0 against the legislation to dam the valleys, both Yosemite and Hetch Hetchy. There they are, riding their horseback. First of all, that picture is sick.
Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt's just fucking sick.
Thanks, I painted it.
Absolute motion, just like, yeah. Also, not beating the kissing the homies allegation. I do not want anyone with me but you, and I want to drop politics absolutely for 4 days and just be out in the open with you.
That's some gay letters right there.
Mm-hmm.
There was some. Look, let's just say.
And he still was like, "Nah, we're gonna do this, man."
Let's just say they were climbing some redwoods.
The sensation of mustache to mustache must
Oh,
have just
yeah.
been electric.
Mustache to just absolutely like criminally long beard.
Yeah.
Now the Yosemite fight is dropped.
Mm.
Right? They're like, all right. But now we have fat ass William Howard Taft is in office.
Mm.
Fattest
Did
president we've ever
he
had.
bring his bathtub with him?
Absolute big boy.
Fucking unit.
Taft and Muir also camped together.
In his
kissed.
bathtub.
And Taft was a big supporter of Muir. Loved the guy. He kind of swung favor back towards the preservationists, and it seemed like everything was over. Right?
Mm.
However, much like everything else in the early 20th century, it all comes crashing down with the election of this motherfucker, Woodrow Wilson.
A real fucker.
Woodrow
fucker.
Wilson sucks big dong.
Yeah.
I hate this guy.
Why does the Raker bill sound like a slur?
Yup.
America also ended up hating this guy. Real fucker.
No, literally one of the like.
This was like Rod Blagojevich becoming president.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
An evil man.
Yeah.
An evil man. Truly evil man. Like, by the way, the first film ever showed in the White House was showed during the Woodrow Wilson administration. Would you like to know what film that is?
King Kong.
The Birth of a Nation. You know what the Birth of a Nation is?
Yep.
Is it the one they showed me in science class?
We don't have time. Move it along.
It's a Ku Klux Klan movie.
Thank
Oh.
you.
So
What's the name of it again? I gotta see if it's streaming anywhere.
Fuck.
Acting like you don't know what it is, like you haven't seen it 100 times.
And because Woodrow Wilson sucks, he is like, hey, I'm fuck conservation and preservation. I like when things, money and people and cities and money and taxes and that shit.
Man, I'm
let's get involved in World War One.
Right, exactly.
Fuck yeah.
And so Secretary of the Interior Franklin K. Lane was actually had the Muir Bounty. Hey man, you gotta have a big enough tent. Franklin K. Lane was actually city attorney under Mayor Fellon, who was like the guy who originally wanted to dam all these valleys. And so he had connections and reasons to like want to build these dams. And so Johnny Raker submitted the HR 7202 to give San Francisco the right to dam Hetch Hetchy Valley for the benefit of San Francisco. Now Muir obviously hears of this and he is appalled, and he responds like thusly: Hetch Hetchy Valley, far from being a plain, because this was the argument, by the way. Before I said sorry. Their argument was the economic benefits outweigh the beauty, because they were essentially in the letters they were saying, look, Hetch Hetchy isn't that beautiful. It's common. It's plain. It's just sort of a meadow. We're not going to be changing anything significant. And Muir's like, you guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. It's not plain, common, rockbound meadow, as many who have not seen it seem to suppose. It is a grand landscape garden, one of nature's rarest and most precious mountain temples. This is a theme in Muir's writing. He very much has a religious kind of connection to nature.
And he apparently couldn't work his seductive powers on Woodrow Wilson.
That's true. Woodrow Wilson is straight as they come.
Amazing.
Dam Hetch Hetchy, as well dam for water tanks, the people's cathedrals and churches, for no holier temple has ever been consecrated by the heart of man.
Well, now he's pissed off about Hetch Hetchy. He's like, damn Hetch Hetchy, damn it. Damn this place to hell.
He's saying you might as well dam a cathedral.
Right.
And he writes a letter to this is the year of his death. He says, as you say, the long drawn out battle work for nature's gardens has not been thrown away. The conscience of the whole country has been aroused from sleep, from outrageous evil compensating good in some form must surely come, and now for new work with the new year. So he is essentially saying,
Totally wrote this hungover.
he's like, look, we may have lost this, but let's not give up now, right? Here's the dam. They damned it. He lost.
Damn.
It is the
That thing is
O'Shaughnessy.
pissing.
It's called the O'Shaughnessy Dam, which is funny enough. That's my middle name is Shaughnessy. It's named after the guy who built it.
What's your social security number?
Wouldn't you like to know?
He did ask.
John Muir dies Christmas Eve, 1914.
Oh, what a dork.
He didn't get to see the war.
He did not. Well, he also did not get to see the dam
Or
but he knew it was
Christmas.
being damned.
What a dick.
Uh,
Ruin everybody's Christmas.
Now, here's the sad part. Okay. John Muir, according to those closest with him, after the legislation passed, people say he is never the same again. He's depressed. He won't talk to people. He is mopey. His health begins to decline. And so he goes on a trip to Alaska. And he's hoping that like this trip to Alaska will revitalize him and like bring him kind of back. And he wrote this. These were the final words he ever wrote. These two silver bows in supreme, serene, supernal beauty surpassed every auroral I ever beheld. The end.
What is this? Some Into the Wild bullshit?
Exactly. And it was writing about the Northern Lights. He then returns home to California and passes away.
And but when he returns, Hetch Hetchy is a lake or no?
Well, no, he never lived to see the dam finish.
Right. You said that already.
The legislation was passed, and he was, facts. He was horrified. More like Aurora farming.
Hey,
Terrible.
But yeah, it was literally like it killed him, and it is still a reservoir. It is still. There have been efforts made to try and undam the valley, but yeah, so far no luck.
If they removed the dam, what does that do to the, water supply for whatever?
Yeah. So I remember reading about this when I initially made this. It was essentially.
Yeah, I get it. You're a history professor, not a civil engineering professor.
True. Yeah. I don't know the engineering.
Yeah, he's not civil at all. He's mean.
But you can. It is possible to undam the valley. It is like people have done.
It's possible to you can remove any dam.
Right, but you're right. I don't know necessarily the implications of like how much does San Francisco rely on this? I don't know actually.
Just kidding, NSA. I totally don't have that cookbook. Don't worry about it.
Let him cook.
I don't know how you would possibly remove a dam.
But anyways, yeah. So there you go. It makes me sad whenever I think about it. If I'm honest.
Well, we're glad that you're sad.
All right, Sam.
Well, I'm always sad.
Sam, now you've got that's his secret, Captain. Now you've got 11 minutes to ask questions.
I've got 11 minutes to ask questions.
Yeah, you see how I did that? I exonerated myself.
I'll be honest with you. I guess I just didn't anticipate that I needed to. I didn't know how much time to give you for questions. So
well, it's an interview show. So.
17 hours of questions.
Yeah.
Is this the final slide? Is this done?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's over. He's dead.
Get the fuck out of here.
Great.
I don't want to see fucking facts in here anymore.
I don't even know how to send a fax.
Who are you, Tom Brennan?
Yes. Kevin, this guy, John Muir. He was a man of stature, sure. Was he married? Did he have any kids to pass down his beliefs to?
I don't think so.
So he was a bitch.
To whom to pass down his beliefs? We don't end sentences.
To pass down his stuff by his peoples.
No, but he had a lot of friends. Like the Sierra Club was like
a lot of male friends. Curiously,
that's a good question. Was John Muir married?
Did he ever like kill anyone?
Oh yeah, he was. Louisa Wanda Strenzel.
That's a name.
Louisa.
Yep, had kids too. Oh yeah. He had kids. Yeah.
Half Mexican kids.
Called her Louis Muir.
Mm.
And what did he do? He gonna be a piece of shit?
No, she. That was
She?
her.
Oh.
Louisa. They called her Louie.
His fucking
Oh.
wife. Follow. Just follow. Just pay attention, man.
Apparently,
He
she
said
was
he had kids.
apparently she was a talented musician.
Good
Mm.
for her.
Mm.
What did his kids
He
amount
died-
to anything?
She died before him.
Well, that's worthless.
Typical woman.
Actually, not typical woman.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have any follow up for that joke. I was kind of hoping Sam would just, follow that up.
No, fuck you.
All right, fair enough. First of all, I want to say this is not a question. This is just a statement that I think that America, or the United States of America, at the very least, for people who look like us three, peaked at the turn of the 20th century.
Oh yeah.
Just the best, and maybe even for people who are also men who don't look like us. It was
That's which way it turned.
I know this is a little post Reconstruction, but I think that this is the United States of America achieved what the forefathers envisioned, I believe, between 1890 and 1910. It's not a joke. It's honestly believe that, because you had completely unfettered capitalism and just no regard for human life, and basically you could just go fuck off somewhere into the country and just do whatever you want. And there were few enough people, well, on Earth, but also here especially, that you really could, like, if you want to just go fuck off and never see anybody again and do whatever the hell you could just do that. And a lot of people who maybe set out west to find gold, like I said, ended up, just stopping in Nebraska or Colorado and being like, this is enough. We're good here.
Yeah.
That's not a question, though. Sam, what's a question?
So, would you say that John Muir's efforts were all for nothing and he should feel really bad about his life?
Well, he can't feel anything.
You don't know that.
He is dead. But he got his 72 versions, I think. So yeah, he converted to Islam on his deathbed.
What a guy.
God, I love lying. But no,
Often me in court. I love lying.
Typical public school teacher.
I literally, if I get to teach again, I can't wait to make more kids woke and gay and trans.
I can't wait to lie to children.
You don't have to do any work for that. The chemicals in the water are already.
Speaking of, don't forget, best viewers on streamboo.com. Remove the space.
There we go.
That's right.
Top quality
Thank
content.
you, paradoxical scorings. But no, I think that era of conservation versus preservation is over, because partly because of Woodrow Wilson, because he sucks.
Well, then there's nothing to
I mean,
preserve.
it's all over now.
Right.
Yeah, we've
But
taken
but in the sense like that was the argument at the time was, hey, nature is beautiful and we need to like not fuck it up too much, but like how much can we fuck it up?
So
Like, that's
are you
not the argument.
saying the battle at that point is between don't touch anything and like touch some things, but other things we take care of?
Right.
Just like a woman.
Which I think the battle now is just, oh my God, please stop touching stuff. Like that's the battle. Is
anyone in this country fighting that battle who
I
has
mean, the Sierra Club still exists.
anything?
The Sierra Club still exists.
You mean the Starry Club?
The Sierra Club still exists. There are still like obviously like environmental NGOs and stuff like that, and like packs and
well, sure, and there's also like still a population of native.
And I will say too, like
probably would like us to stop touching things, but
yeah, and environmentalism is a bit more back in the in style, I guess I should say, because when Teddy Roosevelt was president, the cool thing actually I think about like when Teddy Roosevelt was president, especially in Taft, this is true for Taft.
Other than Teddy knowing ball.
Teddy Newball. But like, is that like conservation and like preservation and like being aware of like America's beauty and like all these things was very like in vogue. Like people were like, oh yeah, like we have to protect America because it's so uniquely beautiful. Because this was like a big part of like early 20th century national like feeling was very nationalistic. And this
Well, and also that makes sense, right? Because that was really the first time that that white people were going west and seeing that shit, right?
And
Westward
also,
ho!
actually wrote another paper about this thing called the National Park to Park Highway, which was this effort to essentially connect all the Western national parks by a road, so that people could easily travel to them. Because the problem was a lot of people were like rich, there was an emerging middle class, and they were, more and more being able to afford travel. And so they were going to Europe because they wanted to see, I want to go see where my mom was from or my grandma was from.
How long would it take to get to Europe on a boat?
It took a while, but like
10 minutes.
People were able to afford that. And so the effort was, hey, don't go to Europe, see America first. Because we're so uniquely beautiful. We're so exceptionally beautiful.
They were right about that. I mean, it is better.
True. It's the only American exceptionalism I believe in, is that we're like...
They were right. Yeah. There's nothing to see in Europe versus like Wyoming.
One of the worst travesties of recent memory is obviously,
like go to like one of the top items on my list is Alaska, because I just don't really believe that that's what it looks like.
Well, because we haven't ruined most of it yet.
Right.
Wait, Sam, finish your thought.
Well, I was going to say, obviously this is not recent, but based on the film of Oppenheimer, like when they used Los Alamos, was a beautiful, valley and everything. And when they built their little tiny makeshift town, Oppenheimer said, give it back to the Native Americans. This is their land. Mm-hmm. And they didn't do that. And now there's all this shit.
Yep.
You're kidding.
Yep.
It's just one big stupid town of dumb businesses.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, we have a nature museum, though.
Oh, is that a Subway I see?
Yeah, Subway. They got Starbucks, Sonic. Look at that.
For a split second, I got excited because when you said Subway, I thought public transportation. How stupid.
Yeah. The Los Alamos Nature Center, at least.
Stupid you are, Stoop.
Yeah, very dumb.
How no. Yeah,
brutal.
It's brutal. And because I think, I don't know. Like I said, it's the only American exceptionalism I subscribe to is the fact that our nature is unbelievable.
Yeah, really cool. Really cool.
But
we have trees and shit.
But like the American mind is very much like the mind of a builder and a user.
Are you trying to do 3D effects?
And so, and like a user does not preserve, right? A builder does not preserve.
You're kind of just describing like white people across the globe.
Right. Yeah. But like,
whoa, man.
But like, even if you look at, like, for example, the English, what they preserve may not, you don't have a ton of natural beauty over there to preserve.
No, what they're preserving is stuff that people built.
Right, exactly.
Like, Yumper, calm down. That shit was yesterday. Let's move on.
Like, they preserve history and like old shit, right? We don't preserve anything here. It's all about the new, and I think Muir's legacy is that is a very destructive mindset when it comes to something as uniquely beautiful as the land that we live on.
So Muir, if he were around now, would absolutely be ostracized as a communist by all of
probably. Probably. Yeah, because he would have approved of like state-owned lands and
stupid hippie tree hugger,
federal-owned lands and like that kind of shit. Like
not the trees.
Yup. But no, it's crazy. Like, and the other, like, and it's not just out west too. Like, we are, like, I'm literally, what am I?
Okay.
3 miles away. Other than that, like 3 miles away from one of the largest bodies of surface freshwater on planet Earth. Like, and it's just there, and it's like, and there's 5 of them or 6 of them.
No, John
Right.
Muir would have been happy to hear that.
No,
we had
5.
Bush
What am I
as
talking about?
president.
There's 5 of them. Jesus.
Sam, I'll give you another chance to get that joke off.
Oh, thank you. John Muir would have been very happy that we had 2 Bushes as president. Ha!
I regret speaking.
I'm really
You should.
I'm glad you got that one off.
Thank you.
But yeah, so like I don't know. It makes me sad because he fought for something that got shit on and is still getting shit on. And
It should, because he's a dork.
Yeah, he's a dork, but he was such a he had that shit on though, man.
Loser dork.
He did have that shit on. All right, last question from me. Why are the frogs gay?
Look, man, the frogs are no, because I don't know, probably because
Because of the foreskin.
Dow Chemical, I don't know,
Dow Chemical.
from Midland, Michigan. In fact, there are 2. There's a high school in Midland High School. Their nickname, their like mascot, is the Chemics.
That's pretty sick.
Less offensive than lots of high school mascots.
Less offensive than Escanabas. Yeah.
Less offensive than Pekin, Illinois.
Yeah.
All right,
What
Sam,
is
I
their
asked my last
mascot, a
question.
pecan?
Do you have another one?
Yeah. Kevin, what the fuck? What are you doing?
They're black, by the way.
Whoa! What?
I thought you were going to ask what color my underwear were.
Oh, no. But your socks. I want to know about your socks.
I'm not wearing socks, baby.
Free feet.
No, not free feet. We charge
No,
for
not
the feet.
free.
His
We
feet
do
will
charge.
be
I
on the
charge for
Patreon bonus hour after this.
I'm unemployed right now. I need that cheddar cheese. So if my dogs can help me bring in the dough,
You and John Muir both are unemployed.
Yeah, so when we post this video, we'll put a link to Kevin's Venmo Cash App, and you can pay him for feet pics.
DM me. I'll send. I am not above selling feed pics.
Who is?
Nor should anyone
Like,
be.
literally, I'm so it like doesn't even
Yeah, who cares? It's just your feet.
like there's no barrier in my mind that goes, well, like no,
No,
none whatsoever.
please,
Not even a
Jack.
thought.
Now,
Please-
would anybody
please
want to
jack
buy
off
them?
my
No.
feet. Why
would
not?
Why would anyone want to buy my feet pics?
I'm
Nobody.
always taking pictures of my feet. Might as well sell them.
Al, would
Yeah.
you buy my feet pics?
Well, she can see your feet right now, so that's not a
My
good.
feet are not disgusting.
And with that bombshell,
Kevin, thank you for joining us this
Yeah, no
evening
worries.
to talk about this boring, dumb shit
Thanks for
that
letting me.
nobody cares about.
well, I
We
enjoyed
hated
it.
it. This was stupid. You should.
I
feel
enjoyed it
worthless.
actually doubly so because Sam hates it so much.
Yeah, we
So
need more
the second
cities.
So the second hour, we're going to talk about the 2012 Detroit Tigers. All right. So get this.
No,
Listen
no,
to
no,
this.
no, 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 no! Come on, we had people sold with the feet. You're turning people off now.
Yeah.
I convinced them all to stay on and do the extra hour for my feet. Come for the feet, stay for the 2012 Detroit Tigers.
They won't.
I've duped you on. Put your socks back on. We're watching highlights from the 2012 World Series.
Just
No,
for
we're
you to
not.
be sad
It was
again.
Terrible. That was a sweep. It was horrible.
Kevin, you got anything to plug other than your unemployment?
Venmo me money.
Yeah,
I will
Venmo
send
Kevin
you-
money.
I will send you feet pics. No, my only thing is fucking fuck ICE, free Palestine, that type shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Love warm drinks.
Facts.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will be back on Thursday with AskCast. Have a lovely night. Like the stream if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. Okay, bye-bye. There's no way.